Um, your transactions will normally say, like, the owner deposits capital in the bank. That's how you deal with it. In analysis column, bank, and skip these two and write capital. Then they say cash sales per cash register type. You write cash sales, analysis column, draw a line, bank column, sales column. And then the cost amount goes into the cost of sales column. Then they say for instance, now max pays is rent. Now you know it's not sales. So it goes bank, analysis bank, sundry account column, rent received. Okay, and then you have to add them up. Remember, these lines must be there because you're depositing the money into the bank, but there are no lines there. Add that up. This must be equal to this and that one together. This one is excluded. So these two must add up to 70,000 in this case here. And then your other payments, this is a check number. They say bought goods from L Limited. It goes into the stock figure, into the stock account. It's a stock column. So 33,000 there, 3,000 there. They say pay the wages by cash check. You write cash, 5,000, 5,000 wages column. They say pay the municipality 800 on electricity. That is not a stock, it's not wages, so you're going to enter it bank. Skip to amount in the sundry account column, electricity. Can you see the whole one? Can you see the whole one? Try to see the whole one. The old CPJ, cash payment journal. Right? And then look at the whole CRJ. See if you can see the whole CRJ. Okay, that's how it looks, the complete one with the totals. With this one here, then they say bought more stock from B Limited. Again, you know, it's a check number. It goes into the CPJ, amount in the bank, amount in the stock column, nothing else. Then they say P Motors, buy a vehicle on P Motors. Put the amount in the bank column, write P Motors, but now this must go to the sundry account column. There isn't a column for vehicles. So it goes into the sundry account and you write vehicles next to it. Add them up, all of these must add up to that. Now you must post. So let's look posting to the general ledger. Okay, now we're going to take it slow. The capital from the CRJ. What's that? Okay, give me a full picture of it. This capital there goes to the capital account on the credit side. The rent goes to the rent received account on the credit side. The sales go to the sales account on the credit side, and you write bank. This one here, cost of sales, goes to two accounts. Debit the cost of sales account, credit the stock account. And the bank account, 70,000, goes to the debit side of the bank account, write total receipts. Now let's see how it is done. Here it is. Capital account, credit bank, 20,000. Rent received, credit bank, 5,000. Bank, total receipts, 70,000 on the debit side. Now, because you're at the bank, you can immediately post the total payments, which is this side here. Now, this must be posted. This goes to the credit side of the bank account. You write there, total payments. This goes to the debit side of the stock account, 11,000. This goes to the debit side of the wages, 8,000. This is not posted. That is posted. Electricity, 800 to the debit side. Vehicles, debit, 12,000 rand to the debit side. So let's see how it works here. Here we go. Total payments, 31,800. Now you've got this 70,000 minus 31,800. You've got a balance of 38,200. You subtract the two sides. The sales, we credited with 45,000. It's coming from the CRJ. Remember I showed you? That one here goes to the credit side. So these three are credited. That is debited and credited to two different accounts, and that is credited. I mean, that is debited, that one there. Okay, so let's go. Sales is in credited with bank. Cost of sales debited, you write trading stock. And trading stock immediately is credited with 22,000 rand, which is sold. You sold that amount of money. Now again, the stock here from this one here is debited. So the same stock account, 11,000. But now you can't balance this one because here is a problem. You should have had stock before. So you normally would have had a balance before, but we're not doing this because we want to show you the debit and credit. So you don't balance this because the side is bigger than that side. It should have been bigger because you should have had stock left over from last year. There would have been a balance here, which you sold the first lot. Don't worry about that now. I just want to get the principle through. The wages account is then debited with 8,000 from the CPJ. The electricity is debited from the CPJ. The vehicles is debited with 12,000 from the CPJ. And now let's just look at that up till there. That's all our stuff has been done. If you now take a calculator without doing, if they ask you to do the trial balance, but you just don't do the trial, just add up what you've got on the debit and credit side. You'll see the total will be the same. Let's add that plus this. We skip this one because it's balanced. Add that plus that. You'll get 92,000 rand, all the debits. All the credits, sorry. Then this side, there's nothing here. We add that one, plus this one, plus that one, plus that one, plus that one, plus that one, and you'll get 92,000. And you see how why our trial balance will balance? Because we're adding up all the credits and all the debits. But now, this would be in the trial balance in a certain form. And in a certain form of the trial balance we're going to show now. Okay.